Okay guys, I'm going to show you how to do a really quick tutorial on using Inkscape to make a layered SVG. We're going to go to our Inkscape and we're going to go to File and Open. Click on your image that you would like to convert into an SVG. This box will always appear. It's on the default settings. There's no need to change any of this. Just press OK. This always happens. You have to make it small, then make it big again. Click on your picture, right click, trace bitmap, and I always do brightness, so click brightness, and since this is a black and white image, we'll only need to do just the 2 scans. You can press the update button and it'll show you. Over here it will look really distorted and very terrible. This is not really a good reference to go by, so press OK. You can now close out of this box, click and drag the created SVG over, and we're left with our original. You should always delete your original because it cannot be saved. Bring your image back, right click, ungroup, click off of the image. Then we can click and drag our sets of scanned copies that it chose. From here, you can decide which one looks the best to you, which one has the best crisp lines. I like the gray one over here, so I'm going to delete these 2. Pull my image back into this white box. You should always make sure that your image is inside of this box before you save. If for some reason you need to zoom out or in on this page, press and hold your control button and use your mouse wheel to zoom in and out so that you do not actually move your image. If you need to make your image smaller, you need to press and hold your control button and drag it in and out. If we do not do that every time with the control button, it can distort the image. I just always do it for good measure. So once we're at this stage, we can go ahead and save this as a SVG and it will upload perfectly into Design Space, but it will be just one single cut file where all these pieces will be weeded out. So I want to make a SVG that is going to be layered, that I can have colored flowers. So in order to do that, make sure that you're not clicked on your image. So click off somewhere around and click on your paint can over here on the left. Choose the color. I'm going to color in the flowers. Let's do a purple flower. So I'm going to click inside this flower. I just want one flower purple. So once I'm done, I'm going to click on the little mouse arrow. And as you can see, it highlights one of these. I can click and move this piece. I don't want to separate them, so I'm going to undo that move. At this stage, you want to hold down your shift key and click each piece that you colored the same color. So I want these 3 purple pieces to be grouped together. So once they're all 3 highlighted, go to Path and click Combine. Now I have this whole piece and it will cut in Design Space just as you see it here. So I'm going to put that back and I'm going to go on and finish coloring in my SVG. So click off of everything, click your paint can, we're going to choose another color. Same thing, click the little arrow, shift and click all 3 colors, path and combine. Make sure I click off again, paint bucket, color, shift and click, path and combine. Make sure I click off, paint bucket, color in the stems, click my arrow, shift, clicking all the pieces, path, and combine. Click off of it again, paint bucket, click my arrow, click all the pieces, path, and combine. Now, my SVG is colored in at this stage, but if I leave it the way that it is, it's going to cut each one of these colored pieces separately, and then it's going to cut this original piece here as you see it. I do not want to have to worry about trying to get these absolutely perfect to where I don't have any spaces in between this line and my coloring. So in order to make this image a whole image to where I don't have to worry about that, click on your image, go to Path, Break Apart, and as you can see, it changed. At this stage, do not click off of your image. Go back to Path, Union. Okay, so let's do it again. So click your image, Path, Break Apart, Path, Union. And there we go. I'm going to change that to black since it's a gray color. And now I can put my pieces, my pieces are behind it. So I need to go to Object, Lower to Bottom. Put my pieces on top. And now we have the layered SVG. At this stage, you'll just File, Save As. I'm going to name it Tulip. Make sure that you always change this to plain SVG, not Inkscape SVG, which is the default. So always click this drop down, plain SVG, press Save. And now we can go to Cricut Design Space. Sorry, it's late here. Upload my image. I already have done this once before, so press Upload. Find my one that's named Tulip. Open. And there's my image. Save it. Insert it into my canvas. And here's my image. It is grouped at this stage. If for some reason you want to move it around, just ungroup. And now you have your pieces that you can move and do whatever you need to with. So there we go. I hope this helps you guys figure out how to do layering SVG and creating your colored layers. And good luck on your crafts.